Ooh, welcome live, folks. How are y'all doing today? Welcome in. Tailgate special. Hope y'all folks are enjoying your Sunday morning. We got some football today. Man, look at this. First, in under a minute. Shout them out. Shout out them Detroit fans. How y'all doing today? I feel like you change your name every time you come in. You missed a new name. It's hard to keep track. Every time you come in, you come in with a new name. Mr. Amon St. Brown. Just a chill Amon. Hey, I feel that. How about the Detroit Lions? Y'all got a big one today, huh? Normally I like to do these in order, but we can do by request. Hey, we got Trey in the house. Look at this Sunday morning tailgate show kicking off right. Shout out Trey. Nice to see you. We're gonna hit up the Lions game first, just because we need to go, keep the fans happy. We got an exciting one. This is we need to lose today. Whoa, I need some explanation. I need some explanation for that one. As an outside Detroit fan, I've been saying they're going to be good as soon as they got Dan Campbell, and here we are today looking at success. It's the best game on today. I agree with that. I agree with that. Finally caught one. Yeah, shout out Trey. You did, bro. We're here. We're doing it. Because if we're going to make the playoffs, we need to lose one more game. Y'all got the playoffs. Y'all playoff locks. But you think one more little tune-up, little Phil Wright game? The Chiefs kind of did that last Christmas. That happened last year on Christmas. That was kind of one of those, get right games. One of those, hey, we got more to do. I could see that. Yeah, we clinched the playoffs. Yeah, y'all have that unlocked. You're just fighting for the North at this point. It is wild to be a one-win team and still fighting for the North. If we win this, our first 13-game year, that's crazy to think about for the Lions. I would have guessed that I guess it was a little slightly harder back in the day, right? So back in the day, it was only 16. You get one less game to do it in. And even before then, it was 14 for a long time. So in their history, I would have guessed they went 13-3 one time. I would have guessed they did. That's crazy. That is nuts. But yeah, they got a game with the Bills. I actually think you guys win this game. I'm surprised that you have the Bills beating the Lions. Are the Bills the type of team to be able to go into Detroit and beat the Lions? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now the Bills got a lot of weapons. They're an offense that can probably go toe to toe with the Lions. I could see in a miracle situation where things go wrong for the Lions, but I really have to look at the efficiency. I think you guys go 16-1, 16-1. Maybe if you go 15-2, it's because you're chilling at the end of the season. You're not worried about it. I just don't think it's the Bills. What do you guys got left on your schedule? What's the Lions schedule look like? What's the last couple games? Let me pull it up here. You might be able to beat me. Lions schedule. Who do they got after the Bills? Is there any other team they got to worry about? Is there any other possibilities? The Bears, 49ers? I don't think that's it, right? Are we really worried about them? Bills, 49ers. Bears, Vikings. I can see you losing to the Vikings at the end of the season. You already got it locked up. Chiefs or Lions, who do I got? Chiefs, country mile. Look, one. You're dealing with, because this is something we can talk about, because this is my Super Bowl prediction going into the season. Was the Chiefs Lions Super Bowl? I foreseen it happening. I thought it was going to be like a bold prediction. You know, that's the name of the game, right? But apparently, there's a lot of other believers out there in the Lions. But with the things I'm going to point to you, the reason you're going to go with you're picking the Lions because it sells hopes to the fans that someone can beat the Chiefs, right? You got a lot of things at this point. You need things so fans will be willing to bet against the Chiefs. Look at the Chiefs. Every Super Bowl, underdog. And they will be the underdog in the Lions versus Chiefs Super Bowl. It won't make any kind of sense. It won't make any kind of sense. The Lions will be favored to win in the Super Bowl. But the problem is you see, you got these things called nerves, right? Nerves, right? Super Bowl preparation. Do you know how to do Super Bowl preparation? Talk about a sentence that's never existed in life. Detroit Lions Super Bowl preparation. What does that look like? Dan Campbell, while I'm a huge fan, is not the coach that Andy Reid is. We'll point to these regular season games where Mahomes has never beat Jared Goff. Jared Goff is being extremely proficient this season, right? Extremely proficient. Like, the dude cannot miss. Like, can he do that in the Super Bowl? There's a reason the St. Louis, or excuse me, not the St. Louis, the LA Rams, you can tell I'm slightly old. The LA Rams moved on from Jared Goff. Big game situations. Super Bowl to the Lions is heaven. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. You get a little more butterflies in the stomach. You know what the Super Bowl is to Pat Mahomes, though. Do you know what the Super Bowl is to Pat Mahomes? Trip number 5. Trip number 5. That's all this is. Trip number 5. This is a game he's been in 4 times already. No nerves. There's nothing for Pat Mahomes to be scared about. He knows his weapons. He knows the game plan. He knows that Andy Reid's got the plays. You want to talk about playbooks? Let's start looking at how different the Andy Reid playbooks look in the Super Bowl. You know what you stop seeing in those games? Those inside screens in funky ways. Let me see what we got here. Jared Goff is a Pro Bowler. He is. Pro Bowl. Mac Jones is a Pro Bowler too. So if you want to talk about Pro Bowls, we got Mac Jones. Jared Goff. Look, we blew the lead in the championship. I was disappointed. In that. However, I did pick the 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl last season. I did predict that before the season began. So it wasn't really like a surprise to me that the 49ers won that game. I had already predicted it. I already seen it coming. You get close. Shout out to Alfie. We get a little let's go Chiefs. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. Look, it's got a Cinderella story written all over it. There's a reason I picked the Detroit Lions versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, right? It's got Cinderella story all over it. Well, as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I'm not going to forget what it's like to be a smaller market team that hadn't won anything in a long time. And, I understand, never and long time is a little different, but, but, in my generation growing up, I never thought you'd see it. We had a lot of making the playoffs was the goal, and as a Detroit fan, I understand you got to do it. You got to leave for a second. Okay, not a problem. Appreciate you. But it's just one of those things. One of those things. Go Chiefs. Chiefs got it by a country mile, in my personal opinion. Let's get back on track here, folks. Let's go back on the list. I know we got a little distracted by the Detroit versus Bills game. We wanted to predict there. Let's get the fun one of the day. Let's get a fun game of the day. Cowboys versus Panthers. Shout out to Bree back here. Mr. Amon St. Brown's back. Let's talk about these little Cowboys Panthers. Let's get back in the list. Cowboys are dogs in the Panthers game, and it just makes sense. It just makes sense. In a game the Cowboys should win, right? They should win this one. Only 35% of the public believes in Dallas. We got a Panthers winning. Look, this is what I think too. This is what I think too. Look, it would favor the Panthers to not win. It's better for the Panthers to not win. It's better for them. It's better for them to end this season 3-10, but they're gonna win. They're gonna win. I believe it too. I think it's more of a morale thing. And at this point, the Cowboys have nothing left in their season to play for. They're out of the playoffs. They're done. It's finished. You had a disappointing season. I'm going, well, I know you're typing them all in, but I'll only post them when we hit them. Let's go. Let's get this next one. Dolphins, Texans. Dolphins versus Texans. This one's heated. Me and my co-host, Dude with a Beard, we're split on this game. I have the Dolphins beating the Texans. The Texans are 3-point dogs at home. The line is not moved. Only 28% of the public is believing in Miami. But let's look at these last little 5-game stretch. Miami's 4-5 in that stretch. Texans are like 3-2. Texans are not playing their top tier football, and the Dolphins desperately need this. If they're going to sneak into the playoffs, this is the game that they do it. Mr. Amon's got the Texans winning. He's with you with the beard. This is an upset alert. This is the underdog. But look, the Dolphins' offense is clicking. Their problem is on defense. And look, the Texans are not the kind of offense you want to be messing with, but the Texans have also shown they'll lose these games. They'll lose these games with a little bit of ease. Little bit of ease. I like the Dolphins in this one. Give me the Dolphins money line. I will be taking that plus 125. That plus 125. Jets versus Jaguars. The Jaguars are winning. The Jaguars are winning. They're the team in this game that wants to win. It's crazy. It's crazy that the Jets still will find a way to become the favorite to win this game. 86% of the public believes in the Jets. Look, here we go. Amon's got it. He's got the Jets too. The Jets ain't it. Don't do it. Do not do it. What about the Jets tells you they're going to win this game? What about the Jets tells you they're going to win this game? Jets 23, 20 Jags. These 60-year-old quarterbacks are going to win in overtime. Hey, that's a close one. That's a close one. You think it's going to go to overtime? I can see that. This could be an overtime game. My problem is the Jets, when they traded away Mike Williams, they showed that they gave up on the season. When they traded away Mike Williams, I've not picked them to win since they traded Mike Williams, and they have not won since they traded away Mike Williams. Saying the Jets defense. The Jets defense is a possibility, right? That is the only thing trying to hold up this team at this point. You have Aaron Rodgers is not doing dookie. This is Doug Peterson playing for everything he's got. He needs this one. Look, and they don't even have, why can't Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence says is not even in this game, and I'm still picking the Jags to win. Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. Look, they got names. They got names all over their team. There's no reason they're 3-10. You know why they're 3-10? It's because they got an aging, terribly old, garbage quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is trash. In a trash organization set to, like, I can sit here and just dog walk the Jets for 20 minutes. Like, it's an exact example of New York or New Jersey. There you go. Pretenders. They think they're in New York, but they're not it. Bills all day. Look. I don't see it. I don't see it. Explain to me. Godmaster, welcome in, sir. Busted out. Yeah, for what? Yeah, we might need some clarifications. All day, every day? Or are you talking about today? Because your boy, Amon St. Brown, you fired him up. That's what you needed, Amon. That's what you needed, Amon St. Brown. He fired you up, didn't he? Look at this. Don't be letting him lie on you. Don't let him lie on you, Godmaster. He picked the Bills to win today. Earlier in the show, he picked the Bills to win today, and here we go. He got him fired up. We turned her back into a believer, 50-7. 50. He's talking about a blowout. And look, the Lions have been on blowout mode all season. That foot is on the gas pedal. That's what I like about Dan Campbell. He is not turning off the juice. Shout out to Tambaki. Maybe I said that right. Probably not. But shout out to you. It's Lions all day. Let's get into the next one. Oh, this is cakewalk. I said, let's get into the next one. This one ain't even a conversation. Ravens versus Giants. I know Amon had said Ravens earlier, I believe. There's no doubt in my mind. 94%. The money line is minus 1,600. There is no situation the New York Giants win this game. This has a 16.5-point spread. That still feels safe. Somehow, some way, the Ravens needing to win by 17 feels safe. Patty Prod, how about them Chiefs? Let's go. You see it? Look, little Kansas City. I'm wearing the Royal shirt today. Now, I'm going to bring out the little championship series. That's how it's starting to get a little faded. We need to get another one in the books because I need a new T-shirt. These championship ones only last so long, you know. I'm spoiled with the Chiefs one. I get a new one every Christmas, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think about. Yeah, but Ravens, Giants, there's nothing to talk about there. You feel good about that 16.5. Like that's saying a lot. Bengals, Titans. Bengals should win. Titans play upset somehow, some way. I don't know. I can't get with that Bengals. I got his Chiefs jerseys, Royals jersey. Yes, sir. You got to keep it all on. Let me see what here. After all the time with the Lions versus the Bills won 8 and the Lions won 4. Hey, all time don't mean nothing for this. Like that don't do nothing for you, buddy. Like that don't. We got to talk about players on the field today. We got to talk about the people out there getting them wins today. He's got that Bobby Witt Jr. jersey. I'll probably pick one up here before long. I don't have a Salvi jersey, so I need to get me a Salvador Perez jersey. Because my problem is I have to get old people's jerseys because I have like a jinx. Like for any time I get somebody's hot jersey, they get hurt and like never play for the team again. Like I got Dante's Hall jersey. Next thing I knew, like less than a year, Dante Hall never did nothing again. Same with Trent Green. Like it was disgusting. Like it just happens. Like so when I get someone, it's like, oh, let me get Gordon's jersey because I know I can't mess it up. You know what I mean? Like I can't. There's nothing. You know, can I get an Ace Ventura jersey? Like you know what I mean? Like come on. Josh Allen is the best quarterback. Ooh, I think that's blasphemy. Jared Goff is better. Look, that is a close one. I keep clicking things. Hold on. You're typing too fast. You're moving it on me. He's first in the MVP race. Look, let's talk about that for a second. Hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's take a look at Josh Allen's resume. He's been on the cover of Madden. He's beat Pat Mahomes in the regular season a couple times. That is, hey, I always say that's the benchmark to be a good quarterback. Can you beat Pat Mahomes? Unfortunately for him, it's only in the regular season. But, he's got that. He has the most fantasy points in a game by a quarterback. That's what Josh Allen has. He got that this year. I did a video on it like a week or two ago. It just happened. No, don't be wishing injury on anybody. The Madden curse, I know he's not really wishing injury. He's just stating a factorial kind of thing. I think I'd take Josh Allen over Jared Goff just because of his mobility and obviously because of age. But Jared Goff is extremely efficient. He's having a super underrated season, in my opinion. Like his completion percentage is bonkers. I think the conversation might be a little closer after today. It might be a little bit closer after today because what they don't do, they won't blame Josh Allen for the loss. It'll be something else. Bro is high as a kite. Nah, I'm a maintainer, sir. I wished. That's what dreams are made of, sir. We just talking a little football. You're talking like I ain't on subject and stuff. We're sitting here talking about Josh Allen versus Jared Goff, and you getting lost. Like, calm down, buddy. Ain't nobody there. Just a little tailgate, little pregame. Welcome to the club. A maintainer. Look, hey, that's what we do. You know what I mean? Next on the list, let's get into it. We just got done talking about Bengals Titans. Let's get into it. Chiefs versus Browns. Chiefs only 4-point favorites on the road. Look, Vegas is finally letting y'all know that The Chiefs are not going to win by 57 points. It's not what they do. No, you're on point, but it's the way you're talking got me rolling, respectfully. It's all good, sir. This is an entertainment, bold sports show. It's what we do. We have fun. Jared Goff is better. I don't know, man. I just, he's made it a little bit further than Josh Allen has. He's actually seen a Super Bowl. And look what he's doing to Detroit. He's making Detroit the best team in the NFC. Josh Allen is still second fiddle to Pat Mahomes and will be for the rest of his career. Jared Goff is the best quarterback. Now, that's Pat Mahomes. It's not even debatable. It's not even debatable. It's not debatable. Like, at this point, we can start going around the league and combining quarterbacks rings and see who's got more. Right? You got to start adding guys together to get to Pat Mahomes. Mahomes just trash and interceptions. What? That's mattered to what? That's made to what? And actually, if you want to get a little breakdown, you want to get into a little football science on those interceptions. He's turned those interceptions into sacks. In the last 5 games, how many interceptions has my boy thrown? Only the interceptions he's thrown in a long time was those Bills games. And a lot of them is you look at the wide receivers around him. Like, you don't want to have that conversation because we're supposed to start the season with Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, all these other guys to make us look good. And when you're back to Juju Smith-Schuster, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. The interceptions have gone away. Josh Allen, arm accuracy, Mahomes, running out of the pocket, Michael Vick, running. Look, hold on. Arm accuracy is definitely Mahomes. Even arm strength, I would probably lean Mahomes. Josh Allen might be able to put a yard or two more on a deep ball, but he can't put more on a throw that he's throwing cross body, running left, throwing right. He ain't throwing better no looks. He ain't throwing with his left hand. He ain't throwing with the right hand better than Mahomes. Running, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the best running quarterback of all time. Lamar Jackson is slept on. We need to talk about what Lamar Jackson has been doing on this. I'll take Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen if you want to be 100. You want to get into some serious talk. You want to start moving some people down the list. Lamar Jackson is who I'm putting at number 2 behind Pat Mahomes. Yes, over Michael Vick. Yes. He's surpassed everything Michael Vick has ever done already in his career. At this point in Lamar Jackson's career, he's already surpassed every accolade. Look up the numbers. Look them up. What has Lamar Jackson not done that Michael Vick did? What has Michael Vick done? Look, the only thing he had going for him is he was doing that when no one really was. It was a rare thing for a mobile type quarterback, kind of. You can go back to like Frank Tarkenton for the back in like the 70s. He was Pat Mahomes before Pat Mahomes. Like, we've seen it before. Just been a long time, and it's very rare. Mike Vick stats. Let me pull them up. I'm gonna pull up these Lamar Jackson stats. Look, they speak for himself. I ain't even looked in a long time, and I already know Lamar Jackson's passed him. Career stats. Career. All time. He's got Michael Vick. All time. It's crazy. I know. It blows your mind. Already in his young career, he's surpassed everything that Michael Vick ever accomplished. Lamar over Vick, but yeah, Lamar over Allen, you tripping. No, I'm not. Look at it. Look at the success that Lamar Jackson has had versus Josh Allen, and look at the offensive weapons surrounding Lamar Jackson versus the offensive weapons surrounding Josh Allen. Let's talk about how when Josh Allen came the starter of the team, he got drafted to a playoff team with Tyrod Taylor. The Buffalo Bills were making the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor. They get the upgrade with Josh Allen and magically can't make the playoffs. You don't want to talk about that? But we can talk about how the Baltimore Ravens weren't making the playoffs, and all of a sudden get Lamar Jackson and make the playoffs. Crazy how that works. Name me the top 3 wide receivers that Lamar Jackson has had. Who's he supposed to be throwing to? Baltimore always been a playoff team too. Now, I don't think the Baltimore Ravens were a playoff team when they drafted Lamar Jackson. They might have been. What year was Lamar Jackson? They might have been. You had Flacco there. It could be a possibility. But I mean, he still at least didn't fumble the bag like Josh Allen did, if that is. Lamar Jackson is ass. That's crazy because we're going to sit here and celebrate how mobile Josh Allen is, but he's not as mobile as Lamar Jackson. We're going to talk about how Josh Allen can throw better too, but we're going to ignore who Josh Allen is throwing to and who Lamar Jackson is throwing to. We're not having that conversation. Jared Goff is not better than Lamar Jackson. How many times has Jared Goff been the MVP? How many MVP titles does Josh Allen have? Who has MVP titles? Let's look at their resume. Who has all-time stats? Lamar Jackson does. Zay Flowers? Yeah, and when did they get Zay Flowers? Zay Flowers. And who you taking? Zay Flowers or you taking Stephon Diggs? You taking Stephon Diggs or you taking Zay Flowers? Answer me that one. You know that answer. We both know that answer. Lamar doesn't have a Super Bowl either. He fumbled the bag too. Yeah, none 3 of these quarterbacks got Super Bowls. So we can't point to Super Bowls. The only thing we can point to is Jared Goff made it to a Super Bowl. And not with the Detroit Lions, by the way. You know, not with the team that he's on. Not the team that he's currently on. Look, Lamar Jackson got 2 of them. He's got 2 of them. 2 MVP titles. We can't point to Super Bowl. Let's go the next step down. Who's been told they were the best quarterback? Josh Allen doesn't have anything on his resume. There's nothing on his resume. What's on Josh Allen's resume? You tell me, what am I supposed to look at for Josh Allen that says, yep, that's the better quarterback? Because he can win some regular season games? Is that what we're going to? Regular season games? Playoffs? Let's talk about playoffs. Which one of them have had more success? An MVP this year is possible. Is he the MVP if he loses to Jared Goff today? When he loses to Jared Goff today, do we continue the conversation about Josh Allen as the MVP? Yeah, because I think Saquon Barkley has a better argument for MVP, especially if he messes around and gets that rushing title. Look at what the Eagles are doing. Let's talk about that. The Eagles or the same toe-to-toe. Look, I think the Eagles beat the Bills if they played each other, if we're going to be completely honest. And Saquon Barkley is a huge factor in that. Not that the Eagles have really struggled over the last couple years, but look, you want to talk about one of these underrated NFC teams, and we do it every year, is the Philadelphia Eagles. Every year we do it to them. And an MVP that it reset it as soon as we started talking about Josh Allen being MVP. It said, I don't want no more of this conversation. This is crazy. Uh, no, Josh Allen is not the MVP. It just I have trouble believing it. For why? For what? What did he do? Everybody wants to congratulate him for being second place in the AFC. Congratulations. Congratulations. Commanders versus Saints. I think that's an easy one. I think we're going to go Commanders. And then we got the Steelers versus Eagles. This is another big game. I know we were talking about the Detroit Lions game. Timbo said Saquon offensive player of the year. Look, it's a possibility. You know, look, the MVP is usually a quarterback award. It would be nice to finally not get one. The Heisman wasn't a quarterback award this year. We might get it in the NFL too. It might be it. Look, honestly, I have trouble believing it. Jim, it just ain't there for me. Let me go Steelers Eagles. This is a banger of a game. As a Chiefs fan, I actually need the Eagles to win this game. I truly do. Truly do. I'd like a little separation. The Steelers, unbelievable at 10-2. Just a monster 10-2 team. Or 10-3, excuse me. Got a little hard to see the screen sometimes. The Steelers could get it done. I think the Eagles do win this game. 5.5-point favorites at home. What is the public thinking? Only 19% believe in Pittsburgh. That's got some upset potential there. You got to go by. Hey, I appreciate you popping in, Mr. Amon. You take it easy, bro. Good luck with them Lions game. I'm glad we got you back picking the Lions to win. I was kind of blown away. You started out the show with the Lions losing to the Bills. If they lose the Bills, I'm blaming you, by the way. It's all on that pick. But I know you turned it around with that 50-7, so Let's get it. Let's get it. Kenny Pickett's revenge game. Let's go. Steelers versus Eagles. Let's go Eagles. Let's get it. Patriots Cardinals. That's going to keep the Cardinals in the playoff race, moving to 7-7. 6-point favorites at home. That feels right. That feels good. Buccaneers Chargers. A surprisingly good game. Both teams playing for playoff positioning. Maybe 23-22 Lions. Is that your prediction? Yeah. I got it. I'll take it. I think it's a higher score game than that. Both teams have good defenses, but I feel like what is the over and under for this game? 54. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was thinking somewhere in the like 56 to 60 range. So I can see 54 being a realistic number. You've got it right at 45. They're predicting a little higher. They got 10 more points on the board. Let's go 33-21 Lions. That hits the under, and the Lions win by comfortable margin. Lions are at Ford Field. That does give you a slight advantage there. Like the Buccaneers are playing the Chargers, and there really might be more Buccaneers fans in that stadium, and it doesn't make any sense because there's no Buccaneers fans in the Buccaneers stadium. The Chargers just don't have a home fan base, especially since they moved to LA. Even the San Diego is light, but like LA is disgusting. Let's see, we got the Colts versus Broncos. I've got the Colts in the upset. Only 8% of the public believes it. It's a 4-point game. Look, this is underdog of the week right here. Get that plus 165 for the Colts. The Broncos are currently sitting at 8-5. The Colts are sitting at 6-7. They play upset maker all the time. Just to chill, Jefferson. Did you change your name? Just then. Yeah. Just to chill Eagles fan. Hey, are we getting what is going on here? Look, I'm having one of them moments. Are we having like multiple name changes all in a quick little easy? We got different people here. Look. That is crazy. That is crazy. What happened here? I'm back. No. We got Jefferson, Eagles, and Amon all in the same room. That's crazy. Must be a new thing that we're doing today. Packers versus Seahawks. Seahawks are dogs at home. And I like the Seahawks in this game. Only 25% of the public believes in the Seahawks. Shout out to my cousin Stacy. I think she's pulling off the Seattle upset today. That's going to be another dog upset. Look, I kind of almost want to parlay a couple of these. I might do the Buccaneers, Seahawks parlay. A double dog parlay. That's my friend, Just to Chill Jefferson. Hey, look, I'm a Jefferson fan. Talk about one of the baddest men, like probably one of the few guys I'd take over Amon St. Brown. Why do we suck all of a sudden? What's your team? What's your team? Why is it bad? What's the bad team? All of a sudden, you talk about the Broncos? They sucked forever. They've always sucked. Packers, Seahawks. Look, and I'm not a Seahawks fan, and I see them playing upset. And this is going to put the Packers in a. Packers need this game too. Packers really kind of need this game to just stay in that nice wild card playoff spot. Texans. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Look, let's talk about this. We need to talk about this because this is something that people are not talking about when looking at the Miami Dolphins versus Texans game today. And the answer is that is because you have a cushion. Because you have a cushion. Because you have the AFC South on lock. You were really the first team to win their division, but it not being officially won. That's why. Because if you're gonna have a wild card race in the AFC, you need the Dolphins to win. Look, I'm not saying the NFL is rigged. I'm not saying the NFL is rigged. But if it was, and you're writing a WWE type script, you need the Dolphins to win this game. The Texans can afford to lose this game and still win the AFC South comfortably. Comfortably. You're a Chiefs fan. Yeah, absolutely. The biggest, the best. And a Royals fan. Cool. You look like Ringo Starr. I haven't gotten that one yet. Look, that's usually we get some interesting ones. I get some interesting opinions, little call outs. At least I feel like you're closer with Ringo Starr than some other people. Like every once in a while, I'll get like Travis Kelce, and I'm just like a white guy. Like that's the only resemblance. Now, the haircut does get a little closer, but I think Ringo Starr with the current haircut is pretty locked on. Wait a week and it might look a little more Bam or Garish. I hate the Chiefs. Well, you're allowed to be not cool. It's okay. It's okay. Look, we got Go Chiefs. It's in the house. It's all right. We're not going to make fun of you for being a Texans fan that can't beat the Chiefs. Like my boy Stroud. Go Chiefs. Look, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I got sidetracked by the Ringo Starr thing. Here we go. And that's why the Dolphins beat the Texans. The Dolphins will still be at least in the playoff contention. If they win today, they're out of it if they lose. So the Dolphins have been winning. The Texans have been losing. It's been rough the last 5 games. Not the way you want to go into the playoffs, but if the Dolphins can figure out how to tackle today, they win. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Oh, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. The red-headed stepchild of the NFL. The team that nobody ever calls good. Like, we refused it. This is the Bills-Lions, the late game. No, I think it's a 425 game, isn't it? Wasn't it 425? 425. 425. The late game is the Packers-Seahawks game. Again, I've got Seahawks in the upset there. And Monday's got a doubleheader of games. Bears-Vikings, obvious Vikings win. Falcons-Raiders, obvious Falcons win. You get a double whammy. You might get even money. I don't even think you get even money if you parlay that. If you parlay Vikings money line and Falcons money line, you still don't get even money. That's crazy. That is crazy. But those are going to be the winners. And everybody knows it. Both those teams are checked out. The Bears are going to try to play, but Vikings versus Bears is not a close matchup. 7-point spread in that in Minnesota. Minnesota runs away with that. Another underrated 11-2 team, about to be 12-2. I'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to me. I'm good, bro. What do you make content? What do you make? You gotta give me a better sales pitch than that, bro. Like, and give us your sales pitch. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll give you a fair chance. What kind of content do you make? What are we watching? What are we doing? But I don't do just the subs for subs. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't help me. If you're telling me you're like at 985, I'll get it. You make college football stuff and filters. You talking me into a little bit. What kind of college football stuff? Are we just getting shorts? Or are we getting? Am I getting? Am I getting some in-depth and knowledge? Look, I don't do college football. I am not a college football guy, so I need some guidance. If someone can tell me, I follow every quarterback in college football, or I follow every offense, or I can tell you what defensive players are going to be the draft picks. If you're gonna hit me with some information, it's a possibility. Like, am I just getting a little highlights? Am I getting some highlight actions? And if I'm getting highlights, is it dedicated player highlights? Like, can I find just Travis Hunter stuff on your stuff? If I want, for example, not that I want to see Travis Hunter highlights. He's already got it. Notre Dame game, Florida State. You break down some stuff. I'll check you out. All right. That's what I'm going to do, Nash. You got to go to, I tell you what, if you go to one of my videos, make sure you watch the whole thing. You'll find the shortest one you want or whatever. Make sure you watch the whole thing. Leave me a comment so I can find your page. And I guarantee I'll check you out. And from the sounds of it, more than likely, you might get a little subscription. I might hit a little subscribe. But make sure you click on one of the videos for me so I can find you. You got to leave a comment. Because on this live screen, it doesn't allow me to like click the link and stuff afterwards. It doesn't show up in the YouTube comments, so I can't see it. So make sure you watch one of my videos, get my algorithm right or whatever, and drop one of them comments, and I'll check your page out and see what I can do for you. Because I need some college football guidance. You got 8 subscribers? You might have 9. You might have 9 after today. You never know. It could happen. You got 0 Jets. Zero's rough. You make content too? Are you a content maker? Jets Productions? Are you following the Jets? That's a rough. It's a lot of times if you specialize on a particular team, you do better. Like, it's easier to get, like, we do the entire NFL, entire baseball, entire UFC. Like, we just do sports. But it happens. You hate your team. Look, I tell you what, y'all click on one of them videos, watch it. You help me with my watch time and whatnot, and I'll be sure to check out your video. The Jets just suck. Yeah. And I had a little more faith in them than it was. It's a terrible thing to do. No, I just joined. You just joined. Oh, okay, you just joined. Yeah, but hey, it's all right. It took, like, the journey on YouTube is crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you what, like, our stuff looked like. So it took us a couple months to hit 100. And then, I think by the end of year 1, I think we were sitting right at like 200 people. Right at the end of year 2, we were sitting at like 750, low 700s. I don't even think it was 750. It was probably like 720 or something. And like the end of this year, we'll probably be at like 7,100. You know what I mean? Like 10 times as many as we had last season. 10 times as many subscriptions as last season. So you just got to keep putting in the work, man. It's all about it. Making a new vid. Hey, if you ever need any help, hit me up. I'll make a couple myself. Let me know what you think of mine. If you could watch, all right, so my last 2 videos, I've switched to a new style. Right, I started doing the green screen thing. Let me know if you like my last video that I put out. Watch that one, and then watch like one of the go back like 5 or 6 videos and watch the old style and tell me which style you like more. Because like I'm trying to put more effort into a video. But sometimes I feel like the more effort I put in, the less views I get. So it messes with me. Tell me which one you like more. I'd appreciate that. Anybody that does that, I'll make sure to hit a little subscription video. If you judge 2 of my videos, I'll hit you with a little subscribe, and I'll make sure to, return the favor and watch a video of yours. But that's been your little Tailgate morning show. Appreciate everybody that's popped in. Y'all keep these coming. But look, we did an hour this week. That's twice more than what we normally do on a Sunday, because y'all just got me pumped up. Shout out to y'all.